And here we are. So, can you please tell your name to our viewers out there? What's your name?
I'm Paula Cox, and I am have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I really lost track of time, but I think it was around 2004, 2005.
All right. And let me ask you, like, what did you notice? What were some of the symptoms that you started to notice before you were diagnosed? I mean,
Well, I had a problem with balance. I had to go to um, physical therapy for some issues I was having.
mm-hmm.
Part of it was numbness,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know that was associated with the MS at the time.
Okay.
But when I was doing different exercises, they would have me stand on one foot, and I couldn't do it without losing my balance.
I still can't do it.
And they
So,
couldn't understand why I couldn't do it. So every week they'd have me try to do it, and I said, I don't understand, because I used to be able to do it.
yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't till about 6 years later that I realized that I was diagnosed, and I said, okay, that makes sense now. So,
Well, then, let me ask you, what else did you notice any tingling? I know I
oh
noticed
yeah.
tingling. I was tingling all the time, you know. And
hmm
did you notice the MS hugs or the MS hugs when your whole body feels like somebody's just squeezing you really
Yes,
tight?
yes, yes. But I think I more so than the MS hugs, I had the tingling. I've had issues with the tingling and numbness on the left side of my body for years
Hmm.
and never knew why. But from my waistline to my toes on my left side, it's been tingling, prickly feeling, and pain. Sometimes it's gets so painful I can't sleep. Or if I
Right,
am sleeping, it'll wake me up,
right.
and it's very uncomfortable. It's painful at times, very painful.
And so, do you notice one thing about have your sleeping habits changed, or because I know like it's so funny. Another thing about MS is mine is my right side. You know
hmm
what I mean? Like
hmm
mine is like my whole right side is just like, no, we don't want to work today. We just don't want to work today. So period. You know.
Right.
So do you notice that with your left side when you sleep? Can you sleep on your left side?
No,
Right.
I could turn over to the left side for a short period of time, but it gets so painful I have to always sleep on my right side. So
Hmm.
whenever we go to a hotel or a condo or somewhere, I'm always, if you're facing the foot of the bed, I'm
Hmm.
always on the left side,
Right.
and I turn over on my right side.
Right.
So it's just the way things are now.
Yeah. Well, do you notice that? What about your fatigue? I know I have fatigue
Tremendous. I
like
have
ridiculous.
tremendous fatigue,
Yeah.
and sometimes I may stay in bed till 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, and then I'll get up, and then I'm tired again.
Right.
And when I was working, it was almost impossible to get up and be at work on time. It was terrible.
Huh.
And I would go to sleep, doze off. I was a teacher, and I would doze off and on. And I said, oh, this is not going to work. So I need to leave this
Yeah.
profession. So it lasted I worked for a while after I noticed it, and then after a while I just turned in my resignation.
Hmm. And do you notice that um, the fatigue kind of comes from nowhere?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, for me, like I have no idea. Like I can have so much energy right now.
Mhm.
5 minutes later, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I'm done.
It's like something grabs a hold of you and just pulls you into this zone
Hmm.
that you can't get out of. I don't care what you do, but you could be sitting, you could be standing, whatever. You could almost fall asleep right in that one spot, whether it's standing or sitting. I
Yeah.
mean, it's terrible.
Yeah. And what do you do for it usually?
Give into it.
Oh, see, okay. So I try and drink loads and loads of coffee. Does coffee help you or?
I don't drink coffee. I just drink tea,
Oh man.
but I'm not a coffee drinker at all. I don't care for coffee.
Hmm.
But no, I haven't really tried drinking anything with caffeine or anything to keep me more motivated, more.
Alert.
But I haven't tried that.
And do you think that's something that you would like to try, or you think you're kind of set with just going on your normal, natural energy that you have or don't have at the time?
Actually, I never really thought about caffeine as being a remedy
Mm.
for it, but I guess I could try it sometimes.
Oh, I'm not suggesting. I'm
Yeah,
just
I mean,
asking.
since I drink tea, I could try some with caffeine. I don't
Yeah.
even know if the tea I'm drinking now has caffeine in it. I don't know, but I could try something. I'm not into energy drinks. Those are horrible and they're full of sugar.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not trying that.
But
So
I have to tell you one thing.
what?
I did it.
What? Energy drink?
Oh, I had to.
Really?
When I went to talk to the kids, they have so much more energy than I can ever have. I had to try and like drink like 2 Red Bulls and stuff like that.
Mm,
But guess what? For that moment, it worked. The
really?
goal is just to just be done before it
Mm.
wore off, and that's
No, I took a sip of an energy drink, and I won't necessarily mention the name of it, but it was terrible.
Oh
And
yeah, let me
the taste.
let me get rid of the name of the energy drink that I just gave. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, very good.
But no, I said it's not worth it to me to take anything that nasty. It's got to
Mhm.
be something that's going to really change my life completely, make me rich or something for me to drink it.
So let me ask you, like, I mean, what about motivation? Like, do you ever deal with sadness or depression from MS? Or,
Hmm. Yeah, I have. Sometimes it's like my mood I get very sad, and then I just start crying for no reason at all. And I'll tell my husband, I don't know why I'm crying, I was just like, I just am.
hmm
And he said, don't worry about it. I said, well, I'm not really worried about it, but I just don't like this
Right.
because it'll happen at any time, at any point in time. I am on medication to help with depression, and I will take it when I can afford it.
Yeah.
But
But I gotta tell you one thing. I think I interviewed your husband, and he is so supportive
he is.
and understanding to
He's my
that.
rock.
He To have somebody like that is the best thing that we can have.
Hmm.
Because no matter what, like today, I might feel great, and tomorrow I might just be completely out of it and down
Hmm.
and upset and sad about everything that I experience on a daily basis.
Hmm.
But when you have somebody sitting beside you who is willing to go through that time with you, it makes a heck of a difference.
I can't imagine not having him in my life uh, pre-MS
Right.
and post-MS or during MS.
Mm-hmm.
But and I guess I'm used to him always being around me, and I'm used to his support, and it has really intensified since I've been diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope as a result I'm not taking him being around me and being there for me for granted, but because I don't mean to. But I am so appreciative. I know I'm blessed to have him with me.
And what's so crazy is that, at 30, I think about how important that is, and also how hard it is to find
Hmm.
somebody who understands and appreciates what you go through on a daily
Oh yeah,
basis. I mean,
yeah,
like when even just the way that he spoke about you and the respect that he has for you is amazing,
yeah.
you know? And if you have that, then anything's possible. I mean, let's kind of like switch the topic a little bit before I get like emotional, because
Hmm.
this is not part of the. All right. So, but let me ask you, when you were teaching, did you notice anything? Did you have any strange experiences during that
Well,
time?
I would fall from time to time. Didn't know why because there was nothing in my way,
Right.
and other times the fatigue really, really was an issue at times. I couldn't wait till class ended or I had a break. I'd sit there at my desk, and before I knew it, I was asleep, and I'd hear the bell ring, and it scared me to death, but it would wake me right up.
Right.
And it's like I wasn't as alert as I wanted to be, being a teacher.
Mhm.
And as that became more and more obvious to me, I realized that I had to leave.
Mhm. Out of
So
For the kids and
yes,
for
oh yeah,
what you could
yeah.
devote to them at that time.
Hmm.
And well, let me ask you also, like today, how are you feeling today?
I
Is
feel pretty
this
good. I feel pretty good.
is that because I'm around?
Oh, of course.
I knew it. I knew it. I know. But I mean, usually when you wake up, what happens? Like, take me through one of your days, and I'll take you through one of mine.
Well, I'll wake up and I'll realize that I'm not in the most comfortable position, or I don't feel the very best I wish I used to feel in
Mm-hmm.
the bed, because I have to keep shifting back and forth to get to a spot that doesn't hurt. And then I have to sometimes force myself to get up because
Right.
I'm not ready to get up because I'm still fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm up, get up, and then I will shift over to a chair in the bedroom.
Right.
I'll either get on my iPad or the computer or check my messages on my phone, and but I'll still be sitting for a while. Now, on a really good day, I'll force myself to get up if I have a little more energy, and I'll go
Right.
and start doing things around the house and do housework or get up and leave. It's best for me to get up and leave sometimes because I get a little fresh air,
Mm-hmm.
and my husband and I get out for a while. So, but it depends. Like I said, the fatigue just attacks me throughout the day. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what day is a typical day for me. I just know fatigue is always a part of it.
Always. And does your husband understand what the fatigue means?
Yes.
Does he understand that, like, that means for us? I mean, I know for myself,
Mhm.
when I'm feeling fatigued, I am completely out of it. Like
Mhm.
I'm having to push myself. I will continue to work,
Mhm.
but I have to push myself so much to even just get up, to even just motivate myself to say, you know what, MS, you are not going to get me today.
Right. Right. Right.
And does the same thing happen for you when you wake up sometimes that you just have to fight the MS and just say, MS, you're
Mhm.
not winning today?
Mhm. And especially when there's things I know I have to do.
Right.
Other people, I miss getting out and doing some of the activities I used to do. I mean, I wasn't really in any major sports or anything like that, but there are things I like to do. And there for a while, this was been some years ago, I would put together a little kickball team of all females. We had a ball. We'd go
Right.
out and we'd play, and we were very active with that, and it was just fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave us a time to just socialize and get exercise at the same time. So
No.
I miss that. Right now, if I run, I lose my balance, so I don't do that anymore. I mean,
I'm not going. You
yeah.
cannot get me on any runs, okay, Paula? No, no, don't even ask. You
Mhm.
know. But let me ask you one thing: is that do you notice that people? What is the response that you get from people who are around you, who have known you your whole life? Do you notice a difference in them, or do they understand yet? Is what I'm asking. Better.
No, because I don't think I really have any physical indications of my disease.
All right.
Um, probably the most apparent would be my fatigue, and they may just attribute that to my age. I don't
Well,
know.
that works.
Yeah.
But see, I don't have that excuse to go through, so
Right,
I'm
right,
kind of
right.
screwed.
So, no, I haven't noticed any difference in my friends. And the ones that are aware that I have MS are very supportive and
Right.
check on me, and no, it's good.